This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Chargers. On the Falcons sideline, their head coach, Raheem Morris. His guys put together a solid opening month, 3 wins against just 1 defeat. Across from him, Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from Southern California. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, this team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
After a gain of 5 on first down, it is 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Robinson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Penix on 3rd down. Left side in the hands of London. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 20. 1st down, Atlanta. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
To the right, that's Pitts. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. 1st and 10. We'll go play action now with Penix. He'll get this out to the left flat. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. So try again here. 2nd and 10. Penix going to throw again. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he is going to have that Falcons 1st down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
I know it's early in this game, but In my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, the ball's out. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he can build off a lot of that, try to improve in this one today.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. From the 23, here's 2nd and 8.
Set. 380. Route. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Route. Kappa. Go.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got a man! It's Harris! And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Route. Set.
A give, and here comes Hampton. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Set. Black 80. Black. Set.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Set. 380. Route. What is that?
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Right side, hauled in by McConkey.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
10 at the 25-yard line.
Set. Delta. Set. Ready.
On the ground, Hampton. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Falcons' 16-yard line.
Set. 380. Route. 380. Route. Ready.
Another run here with Hampton. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal.
Go.
Hampton. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
One more time with Hampton. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Herbert now on third and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Raheem Morris there, Falcons head coach. His team ready for their next possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw.
And he will score! Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. He'll start at the 4. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. So after 1, it's the Falcons with the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10.
Kappa. What is it?
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. Room to run at the 40. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Here comes Hampton on the toss right. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. From the 41, here's 2nd and 9.
380. 380. Go.
Now Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, L.A.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Throwing, Herbert. He'll swing this out to Hampton, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Kappa.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That one complete to McConkey. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a 1st down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Open space inside the 10. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run with Hampton to the 5-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
380.
Throwing now is Herbert. That one taken in. Matt McConkey. Touchdown Chargers. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chargers are on top. It's now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here is Penix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Justin Aboigbe in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, Penix. And that is incomplete.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. They've been one of the better teams running the football all year, evidenced by the ease with which they ran it on that prior drive.
Set. 380. Set.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Set. Delta. Set. Go.
Here's Herbert. This one finds McConkey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Set. 380. Run. Hey, banjo. Set.
They'll go with Hampton. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Second down, they need 7.
380. Run. 380. Run. Set.
Now Herbert. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Open man, left side, he's got it. 17 yards, the gain there. And the Chargers have the first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for first and goal.
380. Out. Set.
They'll try to run with Hampton. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Here now, second down and goal.
Set. 380. Out. What is it?
To throw, it's Herbert. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
380.
Third and goal.
Set. 380. Out. 380. Out. Go.
Now it's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Scott now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And he's out of bounds, but all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. Pickup of 46 yards.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our tour of the league starts now. It starts in Cincinnati, the Bengals at home to take on their AFC North rivals, the Cleveland Browns. And it's the former star at nearby Ohio State, Quinshawn Judkins. He'll find an opening and take it in, a 6-yard rushing touchdown. From there, how about we head out to Buffalo? Let's check in on the Bills as they host the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is Josh Allen. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. One more to show you real quick. We go to Houston. It's the Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And this is the Colts quarterback. He's going to look deep and find his receiver. 30-yard touchdown. The Colts move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10.
Set. Delta, set. Hot.
Hampton trying to work inside. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Set. 180. 180 hot. Set.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Throwing right, that's Johnston. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on that hookup. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
380. Get hot. 380. Get hot. Set.
Herbert keeping it on the zone read. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the 1st down.
They try the right side now with Hampton. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Jabari Connor there on the stop.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He'll try to run for it with Hampton. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4-down territory. But that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
On first down, right back to Hampton. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. To the middle of the field, he's got Johnston. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His second catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set. Don't stop.
Give up the middle to Harris. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At the 16-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Set. Middle. Set.
On play action, it's Herbert. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down, and he's going to be marked short of that first down. So how do you want to play it? They need almost 2 full yards. Decision time, fourth down.
A 31-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers will extend their third quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. Raheem Morris there, Falcons head coach. His team ready for their next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Third down, they need 5.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Play action. It's Penix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Here we go. Set. Go.
On the ground, it's Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On second down, Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Looking to throw, it's Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Penix going to throw again. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down. To throw again, it's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Falcons are back within a score. They trail now by 6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Go.
He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
380. Ground.
Throwing now is Herbert. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he's out of bounds. Gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have The Chargers first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So these teams trade field goals in the third as we come to the end of the quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll go three tight ends here on first and 10.
Set. 380. Green hot. 380. Green hot. Green hot.
On the ground, Hampton will start the fourth. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing, Herbert. That's into the hands of Harris. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He'll swing this out to Hampton, and he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
This one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Scott now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Let's go now. Roll. Hey, hey.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 46. Here's second and 8.
Hey, we got to switch it up. We got to switch it up. We got to switch it up. 19.
From the gun, here is Penix. That one taken in by London. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Finding space at the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. What a run by Swift, and even 30 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. From the gun, it's Penix. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal. Throwing is Penix. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Atlanta. That his first touchdown this year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons will cut it to a 2-point lead. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Ready.
On the give, here's Hampton. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Set. 380. Ready.
To throw, it's Herbert. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Delta, stop. Go.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, L.A.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up 1st downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
380. Run. Set. Delta. Set. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Set. Grenade. Grenade. Set.
Run between the tackles for Hampton. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Set. Grenade. What is it?
A run with Harris. He's taken down just shy of the 10. A gain there of 11. And the Chargers have the first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
Ready?
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11.
Ready.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Set.
Second and 11.
Black 80. Black. Ready.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Set.
Good
Grenade.
drive now faces a tough conversion. It is third and long.
Go.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.